Deej. I'm a somatic sex educator, and I am here today with these two wonderful humans, Jordan Hackett and Susan Stark, who are the directors of FEAST. If you don't know already, FEAST is the festival of embodiment and sexual transformation, and it's on from May 21 to May 24 this year. It's Australia's leading sexuality festival, and these two humans have done the most extraordinary job of cultivating a really connected and caring community who are going to gather and go on this exploration of learning to connect with our bodies, learning to connect with each other, and learning to harness our eroticism so that we can. There's many reasons to do it, but what's coming up for me is community, because knowing these two humans that I'm about to turn the tables on, because usually they're interviewing us, and today I'm interviewing them, and the word community comes up when I think about both of you, because I know how important it is to you, Susan. I remember standing in a food line at High Spirits Retreat. I don't know, maybe it's 10 years ago, very long time ago. You say, where's the community? And, and here it is, like, you together with Jordan and a whole lot of people have just birthed this incredibly supportive and caring community. And Jordan as well, I know how many different community things you're involved in, from the micro to the macro, and how important community is to you. And so I guess that's kind of where my curiosity is going, is because I know how much work, how much time, how much commitment, how much care, how much love, how much creativity goes into pulling something like this off, right? It's not for the faint-hearted. Something like this. So I guess that's what good. So what motivates you to do it? What brings you to this work and this festival and creating this incredible process that you have created?
You want me to go first, Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that moment too, Deej, and in the food line, and I remember you going, yeah, it's really important, and then going, what do you want to do about it? So I went and did something about it, and I think why feast for me, when human beings come together and gather, especially around something like eroticism, the power of that individually and collectively, I don't know another space like that. And we've just begun, and I can really feel this substance of this community growing, this core growing, and people coming back and returning, and we're deepening. So, it nourishes us individually, it nourishes us in that community and out into every single thing that we do. So that's why I just keep showing up, like the potential personally, the transformation personally, and then the impact on all of our lives and the people we live with, work with. It's profound. Yeah.
Nourishment is a big part of my experience of being involved, as you say, arriving, and there's, for me, layers and layers of people who I interact with in different ways, and then people I haven't met before. But that warmth and the connection and that shared interest is incredibly nourishing for me. How about you, Jordan? What motivates you to do this?
Yeah, there's two layers. Like, there's the really personal layer, which is like my purpose, essentially. Like, there's this kind of internal drive. And at the very beginning, it was like the first festival of this kind I ever went to. And I was there and I was like, I want to do that. I want to be in that role, because I could just feel my creativity coming to life. And my brain was just like, this is how I would do all of these bits. And so it's this joyous opportunity to make that real and to do that with Susan and all the other incredible people we work with. And it's also like this instinct inside me of like, I have to live this in some way. Like, I have to offer this to the world in a way that a space like FEAST utilizes me personally. It's like it uses so many different parts, and that's the feeling I want to have in my life. I want to feel well utilized. That's a drive for me.
Yeah.
So that's the personal level. And I'm very driven to build relationships and connections with humans. That's what I'm here for in many ways. But yeah, then the bigger picture is like the intention for the collective, which is very similar to what Susan spoke to, in the potential impact that gathering people around this kind of focus has. And there's also something that's emerging, you know, even just in our roundtable meeting yesterday as a team, this idea of home and homecoming was brought. And I've been, you know, kind of sitting a lot with different Indigenous cultures and ideas and information that's being offered up generously by people that have lived very different lives to me. And for me, I'm recognizing the lack of genuine community in the modern world and how dismembered our lives are.
Yeah.
And it feels almost like a laughable effort in some ways, even with how beautiful FEAST is. But there's this outrageous intent in me that it's like, could this be a part of the seeding of the possibility that more and more humans actually feel genuinely at home in their own bodies and at home on this earth? And I don't say that just like, oh yeah, we live here, but like actually belong here and recognize the role of guardianship that we have as a species, you know. So.
I think it absolutely is a part of
Yeah.
that seeding, and it's a seed that has already started to, you know, to grow and flourish in many ways. And I think that's part of the nourishment. Like I got the word nourishment from what you shared, Susan, and the word creativity from what you shared, Jordan. And that's a big part, I think, of what a lot of the facilitators that come to FEAST weave into the process, right? Their nourishment, their care, their love, their heart, their bodies, and their creativity. But I don't want to leave yet this piece about being part of the return to, and it is a return, I think, unfortunately, because, you know, like I feel we do live in a disconnected, disembodied world. And certainly over the course of my lifetime, that's felt like globally that's kind of increased. At the same time as there's all these kind of processes, people, communities, lands, seeds of real care and connection that are so essential because they're the anchors, I think, that people can come back to, right? Because we no human, no matter how they live their lives or whether is really disembodied, because we are, you know, we're grounded in these bodies, and we're grounded on this earth and land beneath us, even if we can get heavily distracted from that fact. So, you know, so I don't have the right word, but it's something about places like FEAST create and like an island of that, or an island that we can come back to, and then that island can grow.
An oasis.
You know, instead of a returning, I mean, it is a returning for me, but it's a remembering. It's a remembering of what and remembering the parts, like actually putting them back, because I think these ways of being are innate, and and we've lost our way into how is, and yes, we're distracted, but we've also lost the skills. We've also lost the community that encourage and support us and role model that. So for me, it's more a putting back of the parts, a remembering of self, community, connection. Yeah.
The how is what teachers offer, right? So somatic sex educators, they're the people running these workshops at FEAST. They're supporting people in lots of different creative ways to reconnect with the how.
Yes. Yes. So it's skill building and it's being together, like it's all mixed in, and capacity to, you know, be in that, in our bodies, in our pleasure together, which is really unique.
It is unique.
When I feel into the doing this as a group, because there's lots of different things we can do in smaller groups or in one-on-one work. And particularly when it comes to sexuality, I think that can be people's tendency to lean into more privateness, because that's what the world's taught us, where sex belongs. And I recognize for myself and many of the people that we welcome the potency of opportunity that lives in actually getting to be seen, heard, activated, reacting myself, learn from all of the different feelings and experiences that come up when I'm in amongst a group of people. And I think our effort is to create a sense of safety and belonging, or groundedness at least, and arrival, that people can usefully track through those experiences and not get thrown out or completely knocked off center, that they can't utilize the opportunity for their growth. But that's the goal there for me, of like also what community offers, and what so many are lacking when we live in between four walls with only one or two other humans, is we don't have those reflections and those activations that have the right amount of distance that we can actually learn from them. It's either nothing at all or like in our face so hard that it's like, how do I use this, you know? So
yeah, and that for me is some of the goal, but also some of the beauty and some of the uniqueness of Feast. And one of the things that really one of the many things that have impressed me about the way you two have nurtured and grown and cultivated this festival over the last few years. So I wonder if you could speak to a little bit about some of the really potent things that they're quite simple but quite potent, that you've woven into the process, that allow people to feel, you're safe and connected and cared for and able to show up and able to be vulnerable and able to be powerful. What are some of those because it's been crafted with so much intention and love, I think. So, but what are some of those processes that people can expect, that are going to support them to be able to arrive and feel like they're in a place where they belong, whether it's their first time there or their fourth time there?
I feel like I just want to name that at the very core, something that you basically just said, Deej, like at the very core of the way we operate is a relational process driven way of operating, rather than a kind of logistical results driven way of operating. And so almost every thread we weave is done with intention, and often done with a connection or a relationship to another human being. And sometimes it makes it really inefficient, but it always means that the essence of everything that's ever been layered is a relational element. And I think that in this world, that is often what's missing, and it creates an invisible web that can seem ineffable, but is actually really particular and holds us and honors the human being and the felt 3D world in a really important way. So that's like what sits at the core for me of many of our ways of weaving this together. And then, yes, we can speak to like some of what the participants actually get to interact with and experience as they land at the events we run.
Yeah. I think that speaks to what I asked really clearly.
Yeah,
and
I think
that
it's...
web, sorry, Susan, that web has grown as well. Like it used to be just Susan and I mostly, but it's like that's grown recently too. So it's strengthening, complexifying, diversifying, which is really where it's coming to life even more, I think.
Yeah, I think there's so many layers to this, and I agree, Jordan. I think it starts with us and us doing it. That's essential for the way we work, that Jordan and I start with our own stuff, our own interrelatedness, and so that we can walk our talk. So it starts there, and then there's so many intentional layers that we've got better at over the years. But it really is about creating a container of bottom up, working through the body, consent through the body, like what does that actually mean, and giving people the skills in a place to practice that, so that becomes part of the community culture. So we create this whole container of holding through our bodies, through giving the skills, through layers of support from our elders, which are in the team of elders, and we choose our facilitators intentionally and their skill for what they bring and how they hold. So there's lots of space holders, lots of support, and essential is everything is a choice. And so the whole journey of Feast is an invitation to slow down, notice, and honor what's right for you in that moment. So I think they're some of the elements
Mm.
that support people.
Yeah. And there really are layers of support. I think for, you know, even the three people here, like when I think of being at Feast, kind of, I know if I turn around, if I need something, if I turn around, there'll be somebody who
Yeah.
can support me and who's really, really happy and willing to support me with whatever it is that I'm experiencing.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What about for each of you individually? Like, what are you, you know, the festival's only a couple of weeks away, like it's not long away.
Under 2 weeks away.
10 days.
No,
Is it 10
11,
days
12,
now?
12 days. 12 days.
Well,
12. Good.
At the time of interviewing.
what are you wanting for yourself from this process this year? What, yeah, for I could see how much you cared about other people, right? Because all the thinking is that, okay, we need to do this for these people and that and that. And that.
This is one question we needed to prepare for.
I love
what
this
about
question
you?
though. Yeah. Do you know, like if I was just to think about myself and nothing else in this space, what I want is to walk away feeling vibrant, alive, juicy, yeah, and that my cup is so erotically full that it just spills over to those I love and work with and support and care about. That's what I really want for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. The thing that's popping up for me is a bit of what I said earlier, which is to be like well used. And there's quite particular elements in that like show up at Feast, you know, opportunities to stand in front of the group, to lead playfulness, to offer what it can mean to be an erotic, embodied, curious, weird human, and to be seen in that and to welcome that into the space. And that's probably one of the places I feel the most joy in my life, is when I get those opportunities to just stand in front of people and be like, we can live like this. And what's your version of that, you know, and just to live and breathe that. And the flip side of it is to be in the real presence and the receiving of the moment that, and this has come more and more into the festival, the more support we've received, but to be able to really rest back in the seat and like drink it in and be like, wow, like, I want to continually deepen my capacity to wonder at what we've managed to co-create, everyone together. Because that stays with me, and there's a deep recognition in my system, probably more than any acknowledgement I could receive from the outside, just actually being able to receive those moments and see everything being as it is, you know, all of the beauty. And there's one more thing actually. The one more thing is, you know, we've got this incredible climax event happening on the Saturday night. It's this creative creation, like, and there's a fair bit of mystery involved. There's a lot of good intention. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of care. And what I really want to see in that space, what I think we want to see together and with the team, is this sharing of agency and leadership, where we say to the community, okay, we've done the learning, we've done the exploration, we care, we have a culture that has intentionality and just the goodness of human beings at its core, and a willingness to acknowledge the diversity of us, our shadows too. What can we do if we all step into the arena of playing in a way that's genuinely authentic to each of us? And what do we need to do that every single person is online in their own way that suits them? And for this to be a seeding point of people returning to Feast going, I'm looking forward to that bit, because I get to bring the creative ideas I have. I get to bring my desires. I get to bring my unique, special, strange, specific thing and share that with people and be in the joy of that, you know? Yeah.
Amazing and exciting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very.
Yeah. Like my excitement's now kind of is very much radiating through the sense of, God, there's a lot to do in the next 12 days.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any final comments before we close?
just like I guess if my comment is if you're listening to this and it sparks a curiosity, trust that. And I can remember my very first step. It was into a sex bod intensive, and I kind of honestly, we were driving there. Lucky there was two other people with me, and we're like, "Do we do this?" And I was like, "Do I turn back?" And I didn't, and I never regretted that. Like that was such a pivotal point in my life. So yeah, there's an edge to me, and I've never regretted gently leaning in. So that's if you're listening and you think, yeah, maybe, and there's a curiosity, take that first step.
Yeah. And it can be scary. Like literally the driving towards an event can be, particularly when you haven't been before, can be scary. I remember I was very new in this type of work, and I think I just done a weekend workshop, and I was going to a 1 week thing in northern New South Wales somewhere, and my best mate and her 2-year-old son were driving me. And when we got there, we parked, and it was like, oh my God.
Yeah. We all had those
It'll be great.
moments.
You'll have a great time. I'm like, okay, oh my God.
Yeah.
And I did. It was life-changing, and there was just so much care and so much welcoming as I arrived, and yeah, it changed my life in simple but really the main thing it changed of the many things it changed was just that feeling, oh, people do care. There's a lot, and people do connect, and it is simple, and people, and it's not that serious, and it can be serious, but it can also be really funny and really silly, and the whole range of human experience shows up. So
yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, I just want to say,
yeah,
we want to welcome you. And it can be easy to think that you need to know certain words or have a certain kind of awareness or be a certain kind of person. But we want to welcome you as you, whoever you are. If you have an interest in this space and you have any desire to be a part of this space, you don't need to be anyone different. You don't need to have anything different before you arrive with us. We want to get to know you and welcome you just as you are. And it's that uniqueness that strengthens our community. It's that uniqueness that diversifies and deepens what this event is, because with every person that walks through this gate and joins us on this adventure, the more of different versions we have. And that is a strength. We're not looking for sameness. We're not looking for a certain kind of language. We're looking to uplift everyone together. So
yeah,
absolutely. So come join us. If you've got any doubts, come and join us. What are the details again for people to come and join us?
You've got
once
you watch this video, you've probably got 3 to 5 days to book a ticket. All of the links are below this video, wherever you're watching it, or in the profile of the social media page or under YouTube. 21st to the 24th of May. This is an annual festival, so it doesn't happen every 3 or 5 months. It's once a year, and we do a big build up. So if you've got questions, if you've got things you feel like you need to know to be able to make a decision, email us, reach out, info@feastunlimited.com, and we're here to support you through the door.